Now, the Uyghurs have come to the world's attention because of the significant human rights violations against this ethnic and religious group in the northwest corner of China. When did China begin to target the Uyghur population there in significant ways?
Our homeland, we call it East Turkistan, but in Chinese, since the occupation, they give us a new name called Xinjiang, which is in Chinese means new territory. Xin means new, Jiang is like border territory. The situation deteriorated rapidly starting from 2014 and escalated to the point of holding more than 1 million innocent people in the concentration camps starting from April 2017.
So let's get into a few of the basics around these concentration camps. The people who are being held there, are they being held there for criminal activity?
None of them. More than 1 million. Right now we are saying more than 3 million people actually. None of them are charged with any kind of crimes. The people being held there, if you look at them, they are university presidents, they're professors, doctors, successful business people, pop stars, like famous singers, comedians, writers, poets. These people do not need any kind of vocational training. And the Chinese government tried to say that those are religious extremists or people who are engaged in illegal religious activities. Just saying Salam Alaikum, which is Arabic greetings, means peace be with you. Most peaceful way to say hello, basically. Even saying that could cause you to end up in the concentration camps. Basically, the communist regime built a digital walls all around the East Turkestan, from the sky, from the borders. Nobody can find out what's happening. Nobody can communicate with outside the world. And the people there living subject to facial recognition software, iris scanning, QR scanning codes on their homes so they can monitor who's going in, who's going out. If somebody is using the back door to coming inside of their houses, they are getting picked up. And also social credit system given to the Uyghur people. If, there's like a certain things, like if you have WhatsApp on your phone, you are being targeted. And if you have any kind of communication with your families abroad, you are being targeted. I have been very vocal and advocating for Uyghur people, especially after the concentration camps story came up to the surface. And also my husband's entire family disappeared from April 2017 from Khotan. And I have been advocating and being vocal for those the people in East Turkestan. 6 days after I spoke at the Hudson Institute, one of the think tanks here in Washington, D.C., my sister and my aunt both disappeared on the same day. Also, they live about 900 miles away from each other as a retaliation for my activism, I believe. So basically, Chinese communist regime is waging a war against religion. They didn't only bring back the concentration camps to the 21st century, they also brought back the slavery. And the many Western brands are using Uyghur forced laborers as basically for their supply chains. That really hurts me because, continue to do business as usual with China, and they basically not recognizing the Chinese government is using the Uyghurs as slaves and holding millions in the concentration camps. So to me, this is a test for the conscience of the world. This is about the humanity. So anybody who hears about what's happening to Uyghur people, anybody who vowed never again after the World War II should take action with their conscience, and of course to pray for my sister and for those Uyghur people. What they are doing to Uyghur people is being used as a pilot program. China's already exporting this to other parts of the world, to other countries. So if we don't stop what the Chinese government is doing to the Uyghurs right now, just to look at the Uyghur people today and imagine the future, the tomorrow for the world, and what kind of world we are living for our children and our grandchildren.